Bumi vs. Toph Round 1 is a comic that takes place in the Book 3, Fire. It was originally released by Nickelodeon Comics Club magazine in 2009 and later released by Dark Horse Comics in The Lost Adventures. While waiting for the Sultan's comment, Bumi and Toph have an earthbending rumble to decide who is the greatest earthbender of all time. Hiding out and waiting their battle with the Fire Lord, Sokka is chatting with Bumi and Sokka in disbelief of how the king single-handedly retook Omashu, calling him the greatest earthbender of all time. Toph, who had awoken moments before, overhears their conversation and begins to mock Bumi's opinion, thinking herself the superior earthbender. Bumi counters by calling her a little girl and stating that he has toenails that bend better than her. Sokka declares that the only way to prove who is more skilled is through an earthbending rumble. After introducing the two earthbenders, Sokka hits a handheld going to signal the beginning of the duel. Even so, neither Toph nor Boom attacks, insisting that the other makes the first move. When Sokka commands them to fight, they relate and both begin earthbending at the same time. Sokka and Katara arrive at the scene a little later, as the Waterbender proceeds to scold Sokka for pitting them against one another, noting that if they get hurt, they will be unable to aid in the battle against the Fire Nation. Toph and Bumi respond to Katara not by seizing their battle, but by deriding each other with veiled insults. Toph's next move evokes a new avalanche to fall upon Bumi, who shields himself from the falling boulders from an earthen shield. Their ferocity sends in tremors throughout the campsite, interrupting Zuko and the rest of the White Lotus from their creative endeavors. Fearful that the Fire Nation has invaded, they run to the source of the noise and are surprised to see no enemies. After Sokka explains this duel, Ara begins to cheer for Bumi, despite his nephew's obvious irritation. Upon Pakku and Jong's objection to the battle, Sokka agrees that it might give their location and calls the match to end with his gong. But Toph and Bumi are unable to hear it over their earthbending. In order to end the match, Pindao, Iroh, Zuko, Katara, Pakku, and Jong use their skills to negate Toph and Bumi's bending. While everyone is walking away from the battlefield, Sokka tells Suki that as a referee, he has decided the match to have been a draw. Toph and Bumi are happy with the prospect of a rematch that Sokka says they should have later, but Zuko and Katara appear displeased. But who was the stronger earthbender avatar, the last airbender, Toph Beifong or King Bumi of Omashu? Both are certainly in the upper echelon of earthbenders that's seen on the avatar, or its follow-up show The Legend of Korra, while both were also good friends of Aang's as well. With the presence each other of them held on avatar, a case can be made for either of them as the stronger earthbender. When viewers first met King Bumi on Avatar, he defied the image of somewhat nutty old man, but he appeared to be a formidable opponent for Aang when the two faced off in the episode The King of Omashu. This was also reflected not just in Bumi's earthbending skills, but in his physique as well, appearing from the outside to pose little threat to the young avatar simply by virtue of his advanced age. Bumi removed his king's robes, revealing a body in far greater physical shape than Aang and his priests had ever expected. Of course, it's revealed by the end of the episode that Bumi is an old friend of Aang's, from before the latter was frozen, with Bumi having simply been a little fun with Aang, not knowing his identity in the episode. This shows that Bumi was a sharp strategist by tricking Aang into misunderstanding him, and that he was able to utilize every advantage at his disposal. Toph Beifong was on the other side of the coin from Bumi, a blithe preteen who could easily hold her own against the best earthbenders in the world. Her blitheness did nothing to slow her down, with Toph using the vibrations in the earth below her feet to perceive the world around her and coordinate her attacks. Her great talent with her niche element made her the perfect mentor to train Aang in earthbending, while she would also be responsible for a quantum leap forward in the discipline. Both King Bumi and Toph Beifong were tremendous fighters with a deep understanding of earthbending, but in the end, I think, King Bumi was the strongest earthbender who Avatar The Last Airbender. He literally freed the city of Omashu by himself.